The Kansas City Royals have been one of the best teams in the American League all season, but somehow they're flying under the radar as a sneaky World Series contender.
It's just a sign of hope. The time to win now.
How's it going today? My name is Jesse McNamara and welcome to Point of View. Before we get into it today, I just want to say we always appreciate your feedback and look forward to reading your comments like the one we've got here. Also, be sure to stay tuned to the end of this episode to see if you can guess today's trivia question down below. To today's topic, can the Royals win their second World Series in the last decade this October? Maybe I'm just missing it, but there hasn't been a lot of serious conversations around that possibility, and I think it's far from out of the question. Of course, you have to understand to some extent that small market teams like Kansas City are going to be left out from time to time, whether that's fair or not. But that's what we're here for, because they deserve the hype as much as anyone. After all, they do have one of the best run differentials in the American League, and that historically has been a good indicator for postseason success. Obviously, that isn't always the case, as it wasn't for last year's Arizona Diamondbacks, but you'd rather be in the position the Royals are in now over that. This success really all started when they decided Mike Matheny wasn't going to get them where they needed to go and turned to Mike Quatraro last year. And even after finishing with the second worst record in the MLB, the front office gave him another shot, and it's clearly paying off. If you take out their 1-2 record in March, June is the only month they've had a losing record, and it was only by 3 games. They've been playing consistent baseball from the jump and are succeeding in all areas they need to when you're a bottom third team in payroll. And that was the plan all along. Here's what Quatraro said in his introductory press conference in 2022 when asked how he would measure success in the bigger picture.
The best teams to the worst teams in baseball, that line of winning night to night is razor thin. So doing those little things that swing the games, holding leads, coming back on somebody late and beating them when they have you down, those things, they need to happen in your favor in the good years, and that's what we have to try to focus on, is just swinging those razor thin differences.
And that's exactly what they've done. They are among the top teams this season in comeback wins while being middle of the pack in blown leads. And they're one of the best in quality starts, which will be huge for the bullpen this home stretch. And they've hovered around the top third in the league in stolen bases. Those team statistics have been huge for their success, but the run differential and record they've achieved couldn't be done without some standout performances from their most important players. Of course, you have to start with Witt Jr., who in most other years would be right there for the MVP award if Aaron Judge wasn't slugging like Barry Bonds. But even so, he's got the best batting average in the AL, the second most triples, and is top 10 in doubles, stolen bases, and OPS. If you're going to win a World Series, he's exactly the type of guy you absolutely need to lead the team. Then you have the longtime fan favorite Salvador Perez, who's on pace to have his best season since 2021 when he finished top 10 in the MVP race. He's top 10 in RBIs and has been on a ridiculous home run streak lately. And then you have the unsung heroes, or at least unsung to everyone who's not tuned into the Royals baseball every day. Hunter Renfroe has made some huge plays, Lucas Erceg has been one of the best relievers in the game since he was acquired from the Athletics, and Michael Lorenzen refuses to give up any runs in his starts since his acquisition. I could go on and on, but all of it adds up to a near surefire playoff team when no one expected them to be. And don't look now, but they're right around the top 10 in World Series odds according to Baseball Reference. Now entering this last stretch of the season, they have some real tests to prove they're worthy of being in the title conversation. They have series with Houston, Minnesota, Cleveland, Atlanta, and the New York Yankees. All are playoff caliber teams and will provide a great tune-up for the real thing starts in just over a month. And while I won't be surprised if they overtake the Guardians for the division lead, it really doesn't matter. Just get in the playoffs, and I believe they have a real shot at their third World Series title. And the sports calendar is about to get even more busy for all you Kansas City fans. For more on how the Chiefs wide out, Xavier Worthy is going to tear up the NFL this season, check out this past episode of Point of View. And the moment you've been waiting for, here's the answer to today's trivia question. We appreciate you tuning into this episode of Point of View, and we will see you in the next one.